Good evening, everyone. Welcome back again in another weekly market outlook. Hope you are good, doing well, enjoying your trading week, and are ready for this week. So let's look at the market for setups for this week. So first of all, we're going to look at the techtradingacademy.com. If anyone wants to join us looking for a group membership or training, just simply go to techtradingacademy.com. There are membership levels. Just check those levels, whichever you want. If you want group training, just select that. If you are looking for one-on-one, you can select that too. If you're looking for further information, just simply fill that form and send that form to me for further information. I'll try my best to get back to you as soon as possible. All right, so now let's move on to the links where you can follow me for ideas, updates, and for setups. Just simply go to my TradingView profile, or you can get all these links from my YouTube channel in the description box. So just check the signature box. All right, so website, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Slack, you can get all these links from there, from my signature box. Okay, now let's look at some setups. Okay, we had some opportunities last week, and still, good opportunities still there. So first of all, 10-year yields. All right, so US 10-year yield is very, very important these days. Okay, because rates are rising and the rest of the market is under pressure because of higher US bond rates on the US yields. Okay, and there is very good chance that yield gonna keep rising up to 2%, as said last week. Okay, we were expecting yield to keep climbing. Okay, so we are having another leg higher on the US 10-year yield, means that bonds are dropping. Okay, and still you can chase the sell setups on the US Treasury notes. Okay, and yeah, just sell corrections on T notes. All right, 10-year T notes. Okay, and let's look at some of more. Okay, so Euro Australian dollar, we were expecting it to break down. Okay, we are not having breakdown, so only sell it once you're gonna see that the breakout is happening. Very aggressive breakout is just coming over there, then get into the market. Okay, otherwise don't sell it with without breakout. Okay, so like that. Okay, so breakout happened and prices just keep dragging lower all the way back to that 84.40. Okay, so that's a short term opportunity for more downside. So dollar is just keep rising. Okay, and there is still very good chance that it can keep rising up to 95. Okay, so still it's tradable for buy on lower time frames. Okay, so last week we were there and we were looking for this to keep rising. Okay, so since last week it's just keep climbing, and the euro dollar inversely moving. Okay, dropping down. All right, and still there is good potential on this chart to catch. Okay, you still can catch up to 116. Okay, we are now expecting it to tag up to 115, and we are having rate decision this week on the euro. Okay, ECB rate decision is going to come. Yeah, so still you can catch. Okay, we are expecting a sharp sell-off during the ECB rate decision. Yeah, higher yield is putting pressure on the ECB to take some actions, means that more dovish tune from the ECB. Okay, which can drive the euro more lower very, very aggressively. So any correction you see there on lower time frame, 15-minute time frame to 30 minute or 1 hour or 4 hour, going to be a sell opportunity for more downside on the euro dollar. So we're going to look at that on a lower time frame. So far it's doing really well. All right, so Uzi Yen, okay, still a sell opportunity. Okay, so broken down and slowly pushing lower, but gone into a bigger 4-hour time frame correction. So we're gonna look at that chart too. All right, so New Zealand dollar and yen dropping. Okay, after hitting that top, okay, went lower, did not continue, went up and then dropped. Okay, so still there are gonna be a 4-hour time frame sell opportunity. Okay, either sell this or sell the euro New Zealand dollar. Okay, don't sell both at the same time. One of them going to be a losing trade. Okay, so make sure you understand the diversification. Okay, there, this chart. Okay, both chart are same, right? So you are not having breakout on it and it went higher. Okay, This is not breaking down. We were expecting it to break down aggressively, like I have just shown you the euro pound chart. All right, and sell one at a one time. Okay, both sells are not going to work. If you're going to sell the euro New Zealand dollar and at the same time you're going to sell the euro and the Kiwi yen, all right, so one of them going to be stopped out. All right, okay, but we are having setup on both pairs. All right, we are looking at longer term sell opportunity on the Kiwi yen. Okay, trying to catch the top, and looking for a short-term continuation trade on the euro New Zealand dollar, just back to this previous low. Okay, so sell on the Kiwi yen can drive the prices much lower for longer term, and then we're gonna see, you know, upside on the euro New Zealand dollar. Okay, euro New Zealand dollar gonna reverse for upside rather than keep pushing lower. So it's a continuation trade with the previous trend on the euro New Zealand dollar. Okay, so dollar CAD still a good buy opportunity. All right, so we got a breakout. Right, and the price is still trying to push up. So correction just gone onto a bigger time frame. For that time frame, it's still a buy opportunity. Okay, so correction just changing. Okay, so something like a flat formation. So we're gonna look at that chart too. So it's still a good buy setup. Okay, so euro New Zealand dollar we have seen. So euro CAD just broke the previous bottom. All right, so it has invalidated the buy setup. So you are looking for a breakout over there too for buy for upside. Okay, now this is the updated chart. So we are having a bearish continuation over there on the euro CAD. Again, price is just tagging that low. All right, so you're gonna look at the updated chart too. So there are very high chances that the price, you know, gonna go into that direction for longer term. All right, but yes, we are still within a bigger sideways market. Okay, and bounce off is also possible on that chart. All right, so we're gonna look at the lower time frame too. So CAD chief is also same. We were expecting it to drop. It just gone through the previous top. Okay, so it has invalidated after breaking that top. So we never got that sell. Okay, we never got the buy on the euro CAD. All right, and Cad Yen is also same. We got a break up on this chart and it went higher, but there is still a sell opportunity on this chart. Okay, so we're gonna look at the lower time frame. We got the breakout of that previous top. We got a sell off over there on the previous top. Okay, but that didn't continue for more downside. Okay, so Uzi CAD going down nicely. Okay, so there is still potential that this pair is still gonna keep dragging lower for more downside. Okay, so dollar peso broke out. Okay, so keep pushing higher. There is still more upside on this chart. Okay, for longer term. I'm gonna look at the lower time frame. So yield we have already seen. All right, 10-year yield is also broke out. Okay, so dollar UK 100 index is still in a correction. All right, bigger time frame. Okay, so copper. Okay, copper we were expecting after that breakout to keep pushing higher for that short-term up move. All right, so it broke out but did not continue back to that top. Okay, so dropped lower. So okay, so this might be a top on the copper for longer term to the downside, as I have explained last week. Or as a short-term buy opportunity was there on the copper. Okay, now we are expecting this bigger time frame, you know, structure to appear over there. All right, so you're gonna look at that chart too. All right, so pound CAD. All right, so broken down that correction. All right, so more downside is there on this chart. So we're gonna look at the lower time frame, what to do. Yeah, we need a continuation on the pound CAD. So a lot of good opportunities were there last week. Okay, so we were expecting it to hold. Okay, yeah, but it broke out. Okay, it broke that bottom. So right now this long opportunity is not there. We are having correction. This correction is just simply getting bigger. All right, so we're gonna look at that chart too. All right, so Bitcoin still in a bigger correction. Okay, so dollar chief is just reversed for longer term. All right, so dollar chief is just reversed for longer term. Yeah, after breaking down that, we are having tremendous strength on the dollar chief. Okay, and it has the potential to go much higher for longer term. All right, so short-term opportunity, short-term chart on the dollar chief was there on the lower time frame. Okay, so previous week. So we are having tremendous strength on the dollar chief. All right, and it has the potential to keep pushing more higher. So we're going to look at that lower time frame too. All right, so dollar chief and Australian dollar, US dollar also was a good short-term sell opportunity all the way back to that low. Okay, last week we were, you know, expecting that sharp sell-off to come out. Okay, we got that sharp sell-off, and the opportunity is just appearing over there on the Australian dollar. Okay, so short-term sell-off. So pound dollar is a weekly chart. Okay, so it is already dropping after forming corrections on the lower time frame. So euro dollar, okay, yeah, we have just seen that chart. It's already going down, okay. So the target going to be the 16 on the euro dollar for more downside. So Kiwi CAD just outclassed, okay. We are having a very nice sharp sell-off on the Kiwi CAD from that top, okay. And this chart we have just seen, okay. So dollar chief, so it's a bit old, all right, euro dollar. Now let's move on to the setups for this week, all right. And let's look at the setup. So first of all, dollar index, all right. Dollar index is a longer term bullish chart, all right. So we are not bearish on this chart anymore. We are just simply looking for this to keep rising after having such kind of strength on the dollar index from you know, after having a surge in the yield, okay. So dollar to stay bullish for longer term, all right. So right now, what market is expecting that Fed to intervene, Fed to contain the yield, higher yield, okay, and keep interest rate, you know, close to the floor for much longer period of time, and dollar to drop, okay. But we are looking, you know, opposite to that, all right. So opposite to that means yields just keep rising, inflation to come back, and inflation gonna force the Fed to take actions, all right, to just reverse their easy monetary policy tone, okay, and turn to be hawkish, okay, which is gonna drive the dollar, you know, higher for longer term, all right. And that's gonna change after you know, having a tremendous money printing, okay. We're gonna have you know, tremendous strength on the dollar, all right. So longer term bearish move is just done over there on the dollar index. Now let's just look at the lower time frame. What you are looking for this week, you are simply looking for this week dollar to just keep climbing all the way up to 95, all right. And as we know that you know, this month we are having rate decisions on dollar, euro. Some, you know, a couple of central banks are going to meet this month, all right, in the March. So what you are just simply looking, you are just simply staying trending, all right. Any short-term correction gonna be a buy opportunity, all right. So it is just keep pushing higher, just stay trending, and you are looking price to just keep climbing, okay. So if correction gets bigger like there, okay, goes up to that trend line, you're still looking for this to continue to keep climbing. So on a lower time frame, okay, on a 15-minute time frame, any small correction you see over there are going to be a short-term buy opportunity. And as long as trends stay intact over there, there are going to be a, you know, more upside room on the dollar index, all right. So any correction you see there, okay, so you're looking just simply those corrections to keep pushing higher, all right. So these small trades, all right, first of all, these small trades. And once you see that the sharp sell-off is coming, okay, then wait for the price to go for a 4-hour time frame correction before you start buying over there on the dollar, okay. So it's a bullish dollar index, is a strong bullish, okay. So euro dollar is just opposite to that. We have just seen the daily chart, okay, and let's look at this daily chart too, okay. We got a breakout. Last week we were having that correction, okay. That correction just broke out, and euro is going more downside, and all these sell-offs are just working right now. We have just seen these charts, okay, and it's just keep dropping very, very aggressively. So there is still a, you know, good potential on this chart to keep dragging more lower, all right. So this week you are looking for this to tag 16, okay. So your target gonna be that, okay. This is the move you are looking for this week, a quick sell-off on it, okay, all the way back to 116, all right, or 115 your target, okay. And if very aggressive move is going to come, okay, then definitely you can extend your target much lower, okay, up to yeah, that's going to be a longer term target, okay. But yes, within these areas, 112, 113, within those areas. So any correction you see over there on your lower time frame, okay, corrections are there still, prices just keep dragging lower, all right. Any correction you see, last week we were expecting it to break out during the non-farm payroll. We get a nice breakout, all right. And on this 15-minute time frame, just stay trending, okay. You are looking, you know, these corrections to just keep breaking lower, all right. You see there, any 15-minute correction, you're looking sell off, okay. And that sell off can be aggressive like that, okay, and price quickly can go up to 116. So any correction you see over there going to be a sell opportunity, guys. Okay, and if price goes for a bigger correction like 4-hour time frame correction, right, so then still going to be a sell opportunity like that. We are not anticipating, okay, there is no reason for that to happen right now. Okay, the reason is only to the downside, okay, to just keep dragging lower because yield is keep pushing higher. So there are very good chance that the yield gonna climb up for another 40 basis point, okay, with the next couple of months. All right, and trend is well established over there on the euro. Okay, and if in case if price start correcting over there similar way like that on a bigger time frame, okay, then still going to be a sell opportunity for longer term to the downside. We are not anticipating this 4-hour time frame correction. Okay, you just stay trending to the downside on a 15-minute time frame. Okay, and dollar chief. Okay, so dollar chief is just a one-way street. Okay, and it has the potential to keep climbing for more upside, guys. If I'm going to look at the daily chart, all right, if I'm going to look at the daily chart, we are just challenging the bearish trend. All right, we are just going into the, going through the trend line. Okay, this is a longer term bearish trend which is going to be challenged very soon. All right, and highly likely we're going to see breakthrough and price gonna keep rising all the way back to that top. All right, and 4-hour time frame, yeah, still keep climbing. Okay, so last week we were looking for this to just keep that trend intact. Okay, keep rising. All right, on lower time frame corrections, if you remember there within these areas, okay, these 15-minute corrections on lower time frame, so price is still trending nicely over there on the dollar chief. Right, all these corrections are just keep breaking, okay, from lower time frame to 4-hour time frame to lower time frame. So you're just simply looking that trend to stay intact. All right, and price to just keep rising. Okay, and once price go start correcting for a 4-hour time frame correction, which we are not anticipating anytime soon. All right, if it comes, then you are still looking for this to keep rising. Okay, so this correction, if it comes, we are not anticipating that. We are just simply looking for this to keep climbing. Okay, like last week we were having a very nice trend on it. Okay, so if I'm gonna look at the 1-hour time frame, okay, so any correction you see there gonna be a buy opportunity from 15-minute time frame to 1-hour time frame. All right, so stay trending. Okay, any pullback there right now, price is just simply gone through those previous tops. So you shouldn't be chasing over there right now the dollar chief. Okay, if pullback comes over there, okay, you're looking for this to keep climbing. All right, so if I'm gonna look at the 15-minute time frame, prices just keep rising. Okay, and broken out for the next leg early at the morning. Okay, we got a breakout on all these corrections. Okay, so any pullback you see over there is just coming over there, gonna be a short-term buy opportunity on 15-minute time frame. Okay, so there, any pullback gonna be a buy opportunity for short-term for these legs, and prices just keep rising. Okay, so dollar just stay trending. Okay, so dollar CAD. All right, dollar CAD is also going to be a buy opportunity. Okay, if I'm going to go to the daily time, let's look at the lower time frame quickly first. All right, and let's recall the past charts first. Okay, and then we're going to look at the updated one, what to do next. Okay, so dollar CAD, that's the old buy opportunity. Okay, and then we were looking for a possible break up or another leg lower from there. Okay, we got a next leg lower there from from that top. Okay, and on the other day there must be a updated chart somewhere there. Okay, then we were looking for this buy to happen. We got a buy, we haven't got a breakout. Okay, and then we were looking for, there must be a chart. Okay, so somewhere there, maybe on this chart. Okay, yes, this chart. Okay, there, updated chart is not there, so maybe we are having that in our maybe room. All right, so yeah, this leg is just completed. Okay, so bounced off from the previous bottom or new low there, that okay, that impulse, nice impulse. Okay, so what you are looking for this week, okay, so just simply that impulse to complete, okay, that's the trade. All right, that's the trade, okay, that's the trade and that's the trend. All right, that's the trade and that's the trend. Okay, so price is just simply bouncing up from the lows and you are simply looking for this breakout, okay, this 4-hour time frame breakout. Okay, so price is already trying to break out, all right, and you are looking simply, you know, that breakout to continue, or this symmetrical triangle to slightly get bigger. Okay, if price visit these lows again, you're looking for this to buy somewhere there within these areas or breakout and more upside. Okay, so breakout entry gonna be slightly risky, just need to manage, as you still can get into the breakout, okay, but gonna be slightly late. So you're looking for breakout and next leg to appear over there, and dollar CAD to visit up to, you know, 34. All right, 30, first of all 30, then keep climbing up to 34, all right, and possible up to 37 within these areas. Okay, that move. Okay, so 34 these areas, 34, we are currently looking it to continue to keep climbing up to 34. All right, up to 34, that target. Okay, first of all, that's your trade, short-term opportunity, and if move is going to be very, very aggressive, then continue to keep climbing all the way up to 34 areas. All right, so pound dollar weekly chart, pound to drop, okay, all the way up to 30 areas, okay, up to at least 30 areas. So that's the bigger time frame. What's the lower time frame analysis? Okay, so trend to stay intact. Okay, so last week we got a correction, we had a breakout for the downside. All right, that correction, that expanding triangle formed, went lower for another leg lower nicely. Okay, for this week you look in trend to simply stay intact, okay, and this correction to break out for more downside. All right, so this to break out and keep dropping lower. If correction gets bigger, stay bearish on it. All right, so Australian dollar, US dollar already going down. Okay, chart we have just seen over there, yeah, and target is about to hit on this chart, which is 76. Okay, but this chart has the potential to break down a 76 and drag more lower up to 72 areas. Okay, and if I'm gonna look at the trend, okay, or the structure, okay, so the structure is simply same like last week. Okay, it hasn't changed. Okay, so we are expecting this to break down, okay, or bounce off and go for another leg and then drop. Okay, so that's the structure which we had over there last week. So far you are simply looking for this trade which is already there, okay, that trade to continue, and from you know, from bottom to bounce off for another leg higher or break through. Okay, break through that floor. Okay, pull back, form a flat formation, keep dropping lower. Okay, or continue to keep pushing, form another 15-minute correction like this previous one, trend stay intact. Okay, so the bearish trend to stay intact. So if I'm gonna look at the New Zealand dollar, US dollar, okay, this chart is also dropping. Last week we were looking for same pattern on this chart, expanding triangle formation. All right, just a second, guys. All right, so same structure is there on this chart. All right, so expanding triangle. All right, so same like the Australian dollar, US dollar. Okay, same structure. So that's what we are looking. like the Australian dollar. Okay, so price to break down from the current price and keep dragging lower all the way up to 70 first. All right, and if it keeps dropping below 70, then go all the way up to 68 areas. All right, so if I'm gonna look at the lower time frame, price is almost about to reach the previous bottom. All right, so what was the chart last week? What trade we were looking for last week? All right, so these corrections to appear and that to continue. So we had that, we are having that. All right, all these corrections are just keep dropping lower. Okay, so flat formation, same like the Australian dollar, the way I have just shown. Okay, and then keep dropping. Okay, if price is not breaking 70, the current price, okay, this previous floor, then aggressively bounce off and then go higher. So we are not looking for buy right now. All right, we are looking simply break through the 71 areas. Okay, right now it's struggling at the 71 area. Okay, so just break through 71 and keep dragging lower all the way up to 70. Okay, means that there is another 100 pip move left over there, 100 or 200 pip move left over there on the New Zealand dollar for more downside. So any correction you see over there today or during the day going to be a sell opportunity for more downside for short to medium term and possibly longer term. Okay, as I said last week, we are having a trigger, might be a trigger point. Okay, higher yields can create a trigger point for the easy monetary policy. Okay, so central bank are using easy monetary policy, yields are just keep climbing. Okay, that can trigger central banks to think about the easy monetary policy and start winding up their QE programs and go for a hawkish policy. All right. Okay, so that's going to be good for the dollar. So any pullback going to be a still continuation trade on this chart. Okay, so dollar yen left, and then we're gonna look at the pairs one by one. All right, so dollar yen is also doing extremely well. All right, so if I'm gonna look at the monthly chart first, monthly or maybe 2 week. Yes, 2 week. All right, so you shouldn't be forget this chart, okay, because I was saying this chart to just reverse. Okay, since last couple of weeks to months, what I was saying just reverse. Okay, this chart to just reverse. Okay, and it's reversing very, very aggressively, and it has the potential this time to go much higher. Okay, much higher means that up to 20. All right, so it can go all the way up to 120, or maybe back to that previous top. Okay, 128. What can trigger that move? Again, higher inflation can trigger that move. All right, if inflation is going to come back very, very aggressively, okay, then dollar is not going to stop at all, not just against the dollar yen, okay, across the market. All right, higher inflation definitely going to force the Fed to do something, all right, to contain the higher inflation, okay, which eventually going to give strength to the dollar. All right, so yeah, so it has the potential to keep rising for longer term. Okay, so this chart is almost about to hit the trend line. Okay, we may see some price action over there over the trend line. Okay, if so, then there's going to be another leg lower all the way back to 102. Okay, obviously there are going to be fundamentals which are going to drive that move lower. Okay, how that fundamental is going to unfold, we'll see. Right now we are looking this to break through and just keep climbing all the way up to 118. All right, so yeah, all these lower time frame charts are doing well right now. Okay, so that's the updated chart right now. Okay, so for short term on lower time frame, you are still looking this to just keep climbing. Okay, there is no setup for it to drop lower. Okay, all these areas, okay, it can't keep rising. We are breaking through the monthly flag. Okay, so if I'm gonna look at the lower time frame, just simply stay bullish and looking for 15-minute trades right now. Okay, so 5 to 15-minute trades you are looking. Okay, that's the trend. Okay, whenever price gonna go for a bigger correction for a 4-hour time frame correction, let's say stop, sell off, correct and drop, okay, still gonna be a buy opportunity. We are not looking for that right now, but we are looking just price to keep rising. Okay, keep rising all the way up to 110. All right, 110, then 111, 112. Okay, and all the way up to 118. All right, as I said, on a bigger time frame. Okay, so any pullback on a 15-minute time frame gonna be a short-term buy opportunity. So trend is so strong. All right, the trend on the dollar yen, because dollar yen was behind than the other pairs. Okay, and other yen pair, yen was losing its value against the others, and this pair was sitting at the floor, was creating strong divergence. Okay, now this pair is rising and the others are muted. Okay, so let me slightly change that in a different way. Okay, if it comes there, form a flat formation, you're looking for the next leg. Okay, it's right now trying to break the previous top and trying to continue to go higher. Okay, like that. All right, so this is what you are looking right now. Possible another pullback, test the previous floor. All right, this previous bottom, and continue this short-term trade. Okay, so you shouldn't be chasing that trade at the current price. Okay, because that trade is already going, all right, after breaking that correction. Okay, this correction, after breaking that, the next leg is already trying to appear over there. So if you're gonna chase the price, you're gonna buy it at the current price, yeah, and gonna look for it to continue to keep climbing for more upside. It can drop. Okay, it can drop for a flat formation. You can get stopped out, all right, and then after stopping, your price can continue to go higher. Okay, so better to wait for the price to dip, test the previous floor, and then continue to keep rising, or let the price continue to keep rising, okay, and let it correct after forming next leg over there. Okay, and then you start looking for 15-minute trade to continue to keep rising. All right, so that's your dollar yen doing extremely well. All right, and now let's move on to the other charts one by one. Okay, so dollar pair is finished. So euro chief. Okay, so euro chief might be a longer term reversal, as I said before. Okay, this might be a longer term reversal. So rather than looking for sell opportunity on this chart, okay, so stay short term bearish. Okay, not longer term bearish. All right, so short term bearish, and if that move is keep rising very aggressively, okay, then you can, you know, extend your targets all the way back to that top. Okay, so we can see that move all the way back to that high. All right, because chief is losing its value. All right, and you know, this pair still can keep climbing, because last week we were expecting it to give us a sharp sell off from that previous top. Okay, chart I have just shown, that short-term sell opportunity still intact. All right, so even after breaking that previous top. Okay, so if I'm going to look at the euro chief chart, okay, so this sell opportunity is still intact. Okay, sharp breakup of that top 111 gonna invalidate that sell off. Okay, but we got a sell off, sharp sell off after breaking that previous top. Okay, so this you know, sell opportunity is still intact. All right, so all the way back to that low. Okay, back to that previous bottom. All right, and once price tag that low, watch, if it hold that expanding triangle formation, then continue to keep rising for short term, for upside. Not a best opportunity, not a best chart to trade for longer term. All right, but for short term it's okay, because most of the time you see that the price stays sideways on this chart, or this chart stay muted for longer term. Okay, not a strong aggressive pair for trending moves. All right, so if I'm gonna, you know, go to the 4-hour time frame, and you're looking that sell opportunity still, okay, that to break down, okay, and this expanding triangle to form, okay, and possible, you know, flat and expanding triangle formation to hold, and euro to continue to keep climbing. Okay, so far this move, okay, that trade. Cad chief, yeah, Cad chief also was same. All right, but right now it has just simply broken the previous top. Okay, and this pair still can keep rising. Okay, all the way back to these previous tops. All right, so pre-pandemic levels. All right, where we were in March. Yeah, in March we were there at these levels. All right, pre-pandemic levels. Okay, and this pair slightly can push higher before start going to drop again. Okay, so there is no sell opportunity or even not a buy opportunity on this chart. Okay, we were tracking this pair last week, and we haven't got a sell opportunity on this chart. Okay, and this chart is good to trade for sideways moves. Okay, because this chart also stay in a longer term sideways market. Okay, and can offer you, you know, a lot of good short-term opportunities. So right now, you know, chief is losing its value. Okay, so I have just shown you more upside on the dollar chief. All right, so means that this pair still can slowly push more higher before going to drop. Also, higher oil prices are giving an edge to the CAD. All right, so CAD is slightly strong because of the higher oil prices. Also, dollar CAD is not breaking aggressively, very aggressively for upside. Reason is the higher oil prices. Okay, so once we're gonna see that oil gonna go for sideways, okay, or we're gonna have a 4-hour time frame correction on oil, okay, then dollar CAD gonna rise aggressively for upside, gonna catch up the other pairs. All right, gonna catch up the euro weaknesses. All right, are going to catch up the Australian dollar or Kiwi weaknesses. All right, so all three pairs are dropping aggressively to the downside: euro, Kiwi, and Uzi. Okay, but CAD is not doing anything right now, just staying sideways. All right, on a 4-hour time frame. Yeah, so the reason is the oil. All right, or we can say that 10-year yields on Canadian government bonds also catching up to the US yield or to the Kiwi yield. Okay, that's the reason CAD is not losing its value very aggressively. So it's having some strength from the yield and oil. All right, but once we're gonna see that the oil gonna go for a sideways market, right, or a flat or a correction, okay, then we're gonna see aggressive move on the dollar CAD. And then you're gonna see a sharp sell-off on this chart, okay, or a top on this chart, or a top on the Cad Yen. Then there's gonna be a sell opportunity on CAD pairs. Okay, some CAD pairs are already doing really well. CAD is doing really well against the others, like Australian dollar, like Kiwi. All right, yeah, but also gaining against the others like Chief, Yen. All right, like gaining against the safe havens, but rising against the risk on currencies. All right. So there's going to be opportunity, but not now. All right, so still can keep climbing. So let the price just keep climbing and wait for price to go beyond the previous pandemic levels. All right, and once price going to complete that, you are expecting a similar kind of move, sharp sell-off. All right, correct, and just keep climbing. All right, and then aggressively drop. So there is still room for the CAD shift to push more higher before we're gonna see drop on it. All right. So Uzi CAD is just going down, nicely going down. All right, and right now we are expecting it to just keep dropping for more downside. We got a 4-hour time frame sell off. All right, so there 4-hour time, or maybe let me check what time frame, or maybe 1 hour. 1 hour. Okay, so we get a sell-off over there on this chart. It's just keep dropping more downside. So it's still a short-term sell opportunity on lower time frame. Okay, but yes, we need a bigger correction for more downside. Okay, on a 4-hour time frame correction at least for more downside. Okay, there within these areas. Okay, 4-hour time frame correction. So in simple words, if I'm going to explain this pair in simple analysis, right? The simple analysis is that every time when you see that the price is coming close to $1 mark, okay, so you are looking sell opportunity over there. Okay, $1 mark at this top. Okay, there's going to be a sell opportunity on this pair whenever it's going to come close to the $1 mark. Okay, so rather than staying bullish on this chart and expecting it to go beyond $1, yeah, going to be a risky opportunity for upside. And highly likely you're going to see that the price is going to reverse from $1 to the downside. Okay, right now it is just reversing. Okay, and what was the trade before that? Before the previous week? Okay, price to tag that top or slightly go higher and then drop. Okay, if you go back and look at the previous weekly market outlook, we were expecting it to reverse. All right, and it is reversing. And even on a 4-hour time frame, it is just reversing. Yeah, price has already extended a lot, almost 300 pips. To the downside from $1 mark. Okay, means that this is not a good continuation opportunity for more downside. Okay, correction is due. All right, so 4-hour time frame correction is due for more downside, or we need another leg higher all the way back to $1 mark before we're gonna get again high potential, high probability opportunity for the downside. Okay, high probability opportunity is already gone over there from $1 mark. Okay, so far as we can see that same pattern, same structure is just appearing over there across the market. Okay, risk on move, losing its steam, losing its momentum, all right? And risk of move is just gaining its momentum across the market because of higher yields, all right? And just simply stay trending for short term right now, okay? And just keep following the lower time frame, okay? On a 15-minute time frame, if you see similar kind of pullback, which I have just asked you to look for on the New Zealand dollar or Australian dollar, all right, against the dollar, okay? So same pullback to happen and price to just stay trending, okay? So these short-term trades, these 15-minute continuation moves, and keep taking your profit. Don't stay into the trade for longer term on these charts, okay? And wait for a bigger correction, bigger pullback, okay? Bigger pullback is due, and that's going to happen. It's a forex market. It's not a stock market, okay, where you see just trend, okay? And we see corrections very often. Okay, so copper, yes, start looking for copper to drop for a longer term to the downside, okay? Yes, trade with care, okay? Trade with care. Still trend is very strong, okay? But yes, it has a huge potential for longer term reversal. Okay, so if I'm gonna look at the lower time frame, all right, so price is already broken down, so you look in this to continue for more downside. All right, so you look in that to just keep dragging lower. Breakout is already happened. This is the short-term target, okay? This previous low or more downside. Just trade with care, okay? You are going against the strong trend, okay? And obviously there are going to be high potential for longer term, okay? If I'm going to look at the weekly chart, yeah, price is just trying to reverse from these previous highs, okay? And there's going to be a longer term reversal on this chart. So Kiwi Cad also dropped, okay? So what you are looking, same analysis like I have just made on the Uzi Cad. All right, so let me check. Okay, so this chart we have just seen at the start of the market outlook. Okay, so trend is very, very strong. What you should do, you should just stay trending for short term trades on 15-minute time frame, okay? These small trade, as long as price keep dragging lower, just stay trending and wait for a bigger pullback. All right, bigger pullback or another leg higher. We are not anticipating another leg higher right now, okay? And if so, we'll see. Okay, so just keep dragging lower all the way back to these lows, okay? These areas, okay? Just simply go to your lower time frame. Any pullback or any 15-minute correction gonna create a short-term sell opportunity, okay? The trend is very nice. Strong trending moves are just appearing over there on this chart. All right, so we were expecting this expanding triangle to continue. That's breaking down. All right, we were expecting that to drop in our room last week. All right, so any correction you see there gonna create a short-term sell opportunity, okay? Similar like that. That's the trade, and take that trade and leave the market. Don't stay into the market from expecting a bigger move to the downside. The bigger move is already happened from the top. Yeah, you should stay trending for 15-minute to 30-minute time frame, okay? So when I see that 15-minute time frame to 30-minute time frame, okay, then this is going to be the trade. All right, so that's going to be the trade, short-term trade. Already tagged the target, 50-40 pips, pips just gone. All right, and you take your profit and leave the market, right? And wait for another pullback to happen. Okay, bigger moves happen when you look for reversals for longer term, and that has started from there at 93. If it is going to hit the 93 again, yeah, start looking for a longer term reversal again. Okay, so this chart still has a potential to drop more downside, okay? And yeah, this week you are expecting it to fall very, very aggressively, specifically during the ECB rate decision, okay? So you're looking euro to drop against the dollar aggressively, okay? And this pair to break down as well aggressively to the downside, okay? So that 4-hour time frame correction to break down. So you're looking that correction to break down right now, okay? Right now, simply, right? That's the trade for this week, okay? And yes, this pair has a huge potential to draw for more downside, okay? It is rising, yeah, we all know that it's rising because of the yen weaknesses, all right? So euro is not triggering its weaknesses yet against the yen, against the dollar. Why? Because we have seen a very strong aggressive momentum move on the stock, okay? So which is driving the yen lower now. All right, dollar gaining, Okay, once dollar gonna complete its move, then we're gonna see strength on the yen pairs. Okay, and this pair has a huge potential to keep dropping for longer term to the downside. That's the trade, okay, for this week. Chief yen. Okay, so chief yen also dropped. Okay, so let me check the previous chart first quickly. That chart must be there. Right, so maybe let's just get that chart from there. Okay, so that you can understand that what has happened. Okay, and yes, 360, it was on a 360 6-hour time frame. Okay, so this move is already on its way. All right, and this wave is already on its way. Okay, so possible pullback. Okay, pullback up to 118. Yeah, so short-term buy opportunity. Yeah, it's not a best opportunity, okay, because we are a longer term bearish on this chart. All right, but this short-term pullback for back to 118 gonna create a longer term sell opportunity again for the downside on a weekly time frame chart. Okay, so right now we are expecting this to clear that 116 area. Okay, once break that 116, okay, and set the trend for longer term to the downside, and then correct and stay trending for the downside. Okay, any pullback you see there, it has gone. Simply the opportunity on the chief yen is just simply gone from 119 areas. Okay, and in case if price come back again close to 118, still gonna give you a chance to chase the price for longer term to the downside. Okay, counter the longer term short on the chief yen all the way back to 114. All right, and as we can see that chief is just getting weaker, so you shouldn't be shouldn't be a buyer over there on the chief yen for upside. Okay, if I'm gonna look at this chart, right, we still can see another leg higher like I have shown on the other pairs. Okay, so the structure is still same like others. Okay, that's what we are looking. So a pullback on this chart on a lower time frame back to 118 gonna create a sell opportunity for longer term, guys. 118, all right, 118, 117, 80 within those areas. So S&P 500 is in a bearish trend. Okay, for a while is in a correction. Okay, and we are expecting S&P 500 to drag a bit more lower up to 3650 within these areas. Okay, before we're gonna start looking for this to continue to keep pushing more higher. Okay, we may see aggressive sell-off too on the S&P 500. Okay, reason yields are pushing higher. Okay, so that's what we are looking. Yeah, keep dragging lower all the way back to the previous floor and then go more higher. So if I'm gonna look at the trend, okay, so the trend which we are having right now is this correction. Okay, another bearish move to happen. Okay, so correct and keep dragging lower all the way back to that previous low or new low, and then a short-term buy opportunity, this short-term buy opportunity. Okay, and if it breaks through, then 4,000 gonna be the mark. Okay, so Nasdaq 100 index is also similar, formation. Daily formation is also similar. Okay, so stay bullish on them. You are expecting that expanding triangle formation to hold. Okay, and the next leg is to appear over there. Okay, back to that top or new high. It is still in a bearish correction. Okay, and on a lower time frame still can keep dragging more lower. Okay, before going to bounce off. All right, so if I'm gonna look at these bearish corrections, okay, so we are still within the bearish move. Okay, so price is still in a bearish trend. Okay, so that trade, okay, that trade for this week. Okay, so Nasdaq, Nikkei is also in a correction. Okay, buy the dip opportunity. All right, so this correction to slightly get a bit bit more bigger, keep correcting. Okay, all the way back to these lows. Okay, and then that continuation move. Okay, next leg over there. All right, so German 30 also drag more lower back to that floor, okay, and then continue for the next leg. Okay, drag and continue for the next leg. So UK 100 index chart we have just seen, okay, just wait for that. Okay, so the correction to get bigger, or watch these areas for buy. All right, let's look at the oil. Oil to stay trending, stay intact. Okay, what was the last week? Last week, this correction to form, okay, that to get bigger, these areas, and go for the next leg. So we are having that next leg over there. Okay, so you know, we were having OPEC decision last week. OPEC did not do anything except holding. All right, they're going to be demand on oil. Oil still you know, still in a strong bullish trend. Okay, but yes, you shouldn't be chasing the oil at the current price, okay, because the next leg has already completed over there on the oil. Okay, so you should wait for this to pull back. So we may see a pullback this week on the oil, okay, that 4-hour time frame pullback on the oil before going to continue to go higher. All right, so oil has the potential to keep pushing more higher, up to WTI can push up to, you know, 80, all right, 80 or maybe 100, okay, 100, right? So any pullback you see there on the oil gonna create a buy opportunity, all right, 4-hour time frame. Yes, you can trade on lower time frame as well, on 15-minute time frame corrections, okay, but that gonna be a short term. Those corrections gonna be for short term, all right, these breakouts, okay, only breakouts. If breakout comes, then you're looking for this short term move back to that top or new high. So I will suggest you to wait for a 4-hour time frame corrections on oil, okay, because the move has already happened. Rather than chasing the oil at the current price, you should wait for a pullback, okay, a 4-hour time frame pullback and trend to stay intact. Okay, so we already got that leg, the leg which I was talking about last week. All right, so for this week, 4-hour time frame correction and then continue to keep pushing higher. Oil has, you know, made its move very much for upside. Okay, so Aussie Yen simply a sell opportunity. Okay, back to the trend. All right, and you are simply looking for this to drop there, okay, this week. Okay, that's gonna be the trade. Okay, go to trend line, okay, and chart I have just already shown you there, guys. Okay, you're looking for this to break down very aggressively, this move to happen, and price to continue to keep dragging lower. If you don't see breakdown, okay, and price is going to get going for a bigger correction, all right, going for another leg higher back to that top. Okay, so still going to be a setup for the downside. All right, so Kiwi Yen is also same. You are simply looking this correction to break out. Yeah, so setup is nice, clear opportunities there for you for this week on this chart. All right, all opportunities is already gone from the previous top, okay, at this area at 72, you know, 72.20. Okay, so we're going to look at that on a lower time frame. First of all, let me tell you what you are looking on this chart. Okay, so this next leg lower, okay, breakout, and that's the move. Okay, how far it goes, just follow. It has the potential to drag more lower all the way back to these areas. Okay, so that correction, okay, wave is very much clear. Okay, so that's the chart. Okay, price already tagged that trend, and 78.20 dropping from there. You're looking it to go more downside. Okay, so sharp breakout at this area, this previous lows, sharp breakdown, and continue to keep dragging. If it is not breaking, okay, and going for another leg higher up to 78.20, all right, so you're still looking for the big move to the downside. Yeah, so same structure. Okay, so Kiwi Yen, Cad Yen is also going to be a sell opportunity. Okay, it has gone beyond the previous top, but still going to be a sell opportunity, guys. As said, if oil goes for a 4-hour time frame correction, then you're going to see a nice sell-off over there. Okay, so you look in that move all the way back to the trend and wait for a sharp sell-off. Okay, if I'm gonna go to the lower time frame, short-term trend is still bullish, as I said, okay, on CAD pairs because of the oil. All right, so you're waiting for aggressive sell to come, okay, like that. Okay, once you see that it coming, get in, stop, just look for it to drag all the way up to daily trend. All right. Okay, so pound yen is also going to be a breakout opportunity for the downside. Not best opportunity for breakout to the downside, okay, but if sharp sell comes, okay, then follow that. Sharp sell going to give strength to the yen, all right, because then equity is going to go under pressure, all right, and you're going to have a sharp, you know, strength on the yen pairs. Okay, so you look in this breakout, sharp breakout, and then you are looking for the sell opportunity. Okay, if breakout is sharp sell-off is not coming, then don't sell them. Okay, so stay away because trend is bullish and price can keep rising slowly for more upside, right? On a 15 minute time frame, as I have shown on the dollar yen. Yeah, because yen is losing, dollar is gaining against the yen. Okay, other yen pairs are yen is still weaker against the majors. All right. Okay, how yen gonna get stronger? Once you're gonna see that the equities are going to drop very aggressively. Equities are dropping, but not so aggressively. Okay, in case if stronger sell-off comes over there on the equities, then you're gonna see breakout on all these pairs. Okay, all right, yen gonna gain and gonna big move to the downside gonna appear over there. All right, so wait for that. All right, so wait for that. And Uzi New Zealand Dollar, still a sell opportunity. Okay, looking for that to happen. Okay, if I'm gonna, you know, put some lines on my chart. Okay, this. All right, you're looking for this move, okay, that trade. All right, so I'm gonna pull out my arrow. Okay, so you're looking that trade. All right, you're simply looking for this to breakout. Okay, so this 4-hour time frame to break out and continue to keep dragging lower. The dollar rand is just taking off. All right, dollar rand is just taking off, and yeah, it's clear what to do on this chart. Yeah, so you gotta bounce off on this chart, you gotta break out of that daily correction. All right, and possible longer term daily correction breakout for longer term upside, like that kind of move. Okay, so higher inflation going to drive that aggressive move. Higher, you know, acceleration in the inflation going to drive that move very aggressive for more upside. Right now, what you are just simply looking continuation for more upside on lower time frame, and dollar rand to just keep rising all the way up to 1760. Okay, this move to keep rising all the way up to 1760. Okay, if I'm gonna look at the lower time frame and I'm gonna remove all these things and I'm gonna go to this chart. So we were expecting it to bounce off from there last week. I think the week before. Okay, so this is your trend. Okay, all these corrections are breaking. All right, so another correction to form and price to just keep rising. All right, so another correction to form over there and price to just keep rising. Okay, wait for that pullback to happen. All right, this pullback to happen and this short-term continuation for more upside. Okay, this correction to appear and that to continue. So dollar peso is also in a strong trend. All right, so if I'm going to look at the daily time frame, we are reversing, by the way, from 1950. All right, and going for a bigger move for more upside. Okay, so this wedge is breaking. Yeah, okay, and we are going with the trending move again, that move. Okay, so as I said, we are right now not expecting this to keep rising all the way up to that top. All right, yeah, so right now you are simply expecting it to just keep climbing all the way up to 2350 within these areas. Okay, so 2350 still gonna be a good, you know, target on this chart. Okay, so if I'm gonna look at this 1 hour time frame, okay, we are having a very nice next leg is just appearing over there. Okay, we got a breakup of that correction. All right, we got a breakup of that correction, all right. So as long as price keep correcting on lower time frame for those tiny corrections, okay, so you're staying trending for more upside, all right, and expecting it to just keep climbing all the way up to 2350. Okay, so if I'm gonna draw a trend over there, okay, so these corrections are just keep breaking. Okay, so you're waiting for another correction to appear over there. Yeah, correction can go for a slightly bigger, like 4 hour time frame correction as well. Okay, so if it comes for that, the chart which I've just shown you, just simply follow that 4 hour time frame correction. Okay, this chart, all right. I mean, if it comes there up to that trend line, okay, if it gets bigger, okay, similar like that, still gonna be a buy opportunity. Right now we are not looking for that. Okay, we are simply looking for, you know, these tiny corrections to form, to appear, and price to just keep rising. Okay, like 30-minute correction. This is a 1 hour time frame chart I'm showing. Okay, so this 30-minute, 15-minute, 30-minute gonna be all right. Okay, 30-minute correction to form and just keep rising. Okay, so Euro New Zealand Dollar gonna be the opposite to the New Zealand Dollar US Dollar or Kiwi Yen. Okay, so I have just shown you at the start for a breakout opportunity to the downside. Okay, so just ignore that, and you are simply looking for this to break up. All right, this opportunity is not there. Okay, we don't have a breakdown. All right, this is not breaking down. The opportunity is not there. So you're simply looking for this to rise. Okay, so what trade you are looking? Same trade which I have just shown you on the Kiwi Yen, but opposite on this chart. Okay, that move just keep rising all the way back to these areas. Okay, that top. Okay, 74 areas. Kiwi Chief gonna be the opposite, same like the Kiwi Yen. All right, so if I'm gonna draw a trend over there, so you're looking for a sell opportunity. Okay, this trade. All right, that trade, same like the yen, Kiwi Yen. Okay, so that to break down, this 4 hour time frame correction to break down. All right, price, yeah, these areas you are looking for this to drop. Okay, stop behind that, or if it goes for a slightly a bigger correction, okay, still you are looking for these tops to hold. Okay, and the Kiwi Chief to drop, sell opportunity. Okay, so Euro Cad, okay, Euro Cad to hold that floor. Okay, this floor. All right, this floor, hold that floor. If bounce off, then buy. All right, all the way back to these areas. Yeah, we are currently not anticipating this to bounce off because we don't have reason right now. All right, as I said, Cad chips just keep pushing more higher slightly before going to give us a sell opportunity. Okay, and also there's going to be a rate decision on the euro, yeah, which can drive this pair more lower. Okay, breakout can gonna drive this more lower. So you are simply watching this to bounce off during the ECB rate decision. If it bounce off, then look for buy. If it is not going to rise, not going to hold that, okay, then don't buy. Okay, then don't buy. Yeah, let it correct on a 4 hour time frame and keep the trend intact for the downside. Okay, so euro pound to stay trending for the downside. Okay, but this is not a big move. Okay, that was a short-term trade. It is just about to tag that floor. Okay, if I'm gonna look at the daily time frame, okay, so price is in a reversal mode for longer term. Okay, and it has the potential to keep dragging lower all the way back to that low. Okay, this area. So any pullback over there on this chart gonna create a sell opportunity. Okay, for a flat formation, gonna create a sell opportunity, continuation to the downside rather than a reversal. All right, so same goes with the pound chief. Okay, so you are looking for pound chief to just stay trending all the way back to this top. All right, up to 140 areas. Okay, yeah, keep pushing higher, pound chief. So if I'm gonna look at the lower time frame, okay, and right now you are looking for a 4-hour time frame pullback, okay, all the way up to these areas, okay, that areas, and then trending for more upside. Okay, so Euro Aus breakout is not there. You're looking for this to continue to climb for more upside. Okay, breakout is not there. If I'm gonna look at the daily time frame, you look in this pair to go all the way back to these areas. Okay, these areas up to 164 areas. All right, and if I'm gonna draw a couple of trend lines on my chart, okay, then this is what you are looking. Okay, so breakdown is still possible for one more leg lower all the way back to that low. All right, so if so, then you're looking the previous impulse to hold and price to reverse for longer term. Okay, that impulse to hold this area. All right, and right now you are looking, you know, price to break out that, right, that correction, right, for upside. Okay, rise aggressively for upside. Okay, so these areas, you are just simply watching these areas, 154.50 areas for buy opportunity. All right, same goes with this chart. Okay, so the trade we are having there on this chart is the breakout is already happened over there. Okay, that breakout is already happened, but price is not falling very aggressively. All right, so you are simply looking, yeah, breakout is already happened. Okay, so the trade you are looking is simply that, okay, back to that low or go to the trend, okay, or go to there, okay, within these areas. That's the trade you are looking on the Uzi Chief. All right, okay, so I think it's clear now, yeah, rather than showing. All right, so pound CAD is also dropping. Okay, so you're simply looking for this correction to break out and a longer term drop on this chart. If I'm gonna go to the 1-hour time frame, right, and trend is just establishing over there. All right, not so strong. Okay, but what we can see over there, price is just testing the weekly top. Okay, and it is at a good spot to look for it to reverse for longer term to the downside. Okay, so you are simply looking for this correction which is just trying to appear over there to continue to keep dragging lower. Okay, so the previous one already broken, next one to form, and pound CAD to stay trending. Okay, so pound Uzi to reverse for longer term. All right. Okay, so if I'm gonna look at the bigger time frames, okay, that's the move. All right, that's the move. So the short-term target is this. This is not short-term, it's a medium-term target. Okay, but 85. Okay, and if the trend stay intact, just keep rising for aggressively for upside. All right, so the daily correction already broken out. All right, already broken out, and yeah, prices just keep rising. Okay, right now it is not at the best spot, guys, where you can just, you know, follow the buy. Okay, so I'm gonna change my structure slightly. All right, and if that pullback comes, price is going to visit the 76 areas again, then you should wait for, then you should look for buy. Okay, up to these areas, pullback, short term, one more drop before going to continue the trend for more upside. All right, that's what you are looking right now. Or let the price break through this previous top. Okay, breakthrough, correct, and then, okay, or you will have to follow the, you know, the lower time frame closely before you're gonna chase that you know, buy on these time frames. All right, so these corrections, these 30-minute pullbacks, okay, if it comes, then you're looking for this to rise. Same goes with the pound New Zealand dollar. All right, so longer term reversal, short term 30-minute pullback, right, and trending move for upside. All right, like that. On a daily time frame, you're looking for a longer term reversal. Okay, what's going to be the target? The target going to be 198 or all the way up to 2. Okay, so Bitcoin simply is in a correction. Okay, and not rising so aggressively and setting up for a bigger pullback. All right, bigger pullback. So if I'm gonna look at this chart, all right, so yes, Bitcoin to simply go for another drop. Okay, another drop all the way back to 40 or this previous low. Okay, and this ABC move to get bigger. All right, Bitcoin is behaving like a risk on asset right now. Okay, like a risk on asset, and right now other assets are under pressure, other risk on assets are under pressure. Okay, and Bitcoin easily can go for a deeper pullback up to 40,000. Okay, or this low before going to continue to go higher. Okay, so don't chase that at the current price for buy for more upside. Better to wait for this to give you a bigger pullback. All right, and then you start looking for this to rise or up to 60 or 70k mark. Okay, right now there are corrections on lower time frame. All right, and you know, let me tell you in a different way. Okay, you're not gonna get idea what it can do. Okay, so you're looking for two things. One is ABC move. Okay, this A, B, and C to slightly get bigger. Okay, and that's what you're looking. Okay, and then this to continue to go higher. Okay, very much similar kind of correction, the correction you have just experienced over there at the previous, you know, top. All right, this area. Okay, and then you have seen the next leg over there. So similar kind of correction over there. So that's the first possibility. You know, ABC move, or you're looking this to keep rising on a lower time frame, tag that top and go into in a flat formation and then continue the trend for more upside. Okay, so these two corrections. Okay, normally we see these patterns very often in the market. Okay, so either we see flag or we see flat. Okay, right now, you know, it's struggling at this previous top. All right, at 52,000 mark. Okay, price can drop from there and can go up to 40,000. All right, and can give us a flag or ABC move for more upside. Yep. Or right now you are looking this to go first of all in this flag formation rather than that flag. Okay, and price to break that top. Okay, this area, that 52,000 mark. Okay, how are you gonna do that? If I'm gonna look at the lower time frame and gonna just draw two lines on my chart, right, and there, and you're looking simply these lower time frame corrections to break up. Okay, and price to stay intact for upside. Okay, these corrections. Okay, this is an expanding triangle formation right now. Okay, that to hold and this to keep rising, right, like that. Okay, all the way back to that top. This is what you are looking right now. And once price gonna come there at that 52,000 mark, you are looking this to break through that and continue to keep pushing more higher. That's what you are looking right now. If it is not breaking that 52,000 mark, then go for ABC move. All right, so if I'm gonna look at the previous example, right, where you're gonna get the idea what I'm talking about. Okay, so we were expecting it to form a flat formation over there. Okay, but what price did? It did not tag that top and dropped over there. Okay, there we can see on previous charts. Okay, we were expecting that correction to break out. Watch for a breakout. There we can see. Okay, watch for a breakout. All right, for this next leg, yeah, watch for a price to hold that trend. Okay, if break down the trend, it can visit this floor. Okay, so we haven't seen that breakout. Okay, we got a strong sell-off over there and price visited that low, and then we have seen strength over there from 28,000 mark. Okay, so these are the old charts. Okay, yeah, that's the old chart. Okay, so there we can see the move appeared over there. Okay, we haven't seen a break up over there at that part for this move. Yeah, so it went lower, correction, and price tested that, and then we got the continuation for more upside. Same analysis again on the Bitcoin. Okay, you are looking that 1 minute, 1 hour time frame to just keep rising, test the 58,000 or 60,000 mark, okay, and then drop for a flat formation. All right, first of all, 1 hour time frame correction to just keep rising. All right, that correction to just break out for upside. All right, so this chart also has a good potential. Okay, so simply next leg. Okay, we are in a trending move or trending wave. Okay, we got a ABC move, we got a next leg over there, we are having breakout. Okay, so simply looking for the next leg to continue. That's the target. Okay, or possible $10 mark or 9.15 on the dollar against the Turkish lira. Okay, so the next leg. So any correction you see there gonna be a buy opportunity for more upside on this chart. Okay, and price just keep climbing slowly for upside the way it is doing right now. Okay, just keep climbing. All right, okay, so pull back to happen. Okay, and price to just keep climbing. First of all, test the previous top. Okay, this previous top 1850, 8.60. all right, and yeah, that target, or go more upside for a longer term. So dollar to reverse against the Chinese yuan too. Okay, it's breaking up. There's gonna be a big run on this chart, and yeah, let me look at this. Okay, there's gonna be a big run on this chart too, guys. All right, and the run is going to be that. Look at that wave. So we are having reversal on this chart. Okay, so the move was pretty slow, corrective, and now that is breaking. Okay, that wave is breaking for upside. All right, okay, so if I'm gonna look at the previous chart, okay, we were expecting another leg lower there. All right, but what price did? Price just broke out that bearish trend. Okay, we were expecting that breakout to continue, but that never happened. Okay, that next leg never happened. Okay, price just broke through for longer term reversal. So short term it was trending for the downside. Okay, and longer term you are looking for reversal. Also, we may see intervention from Bank of China. Okay, People Bank of China can intervene to devalue their currency. Okay, that intervention can drive this pair more upside. Okay, so if I'm gonna look at the lower time frame, simply any correction you see over there, like other charts, okay, like dollar peso, dollar rand, you are simply looking for more upside. Yeah, chart is very much clear what the trend is going to appear over there. Okay, so the longer term reversal is going to appear over there, guys. Okay, so you are just simply following those corrections. Right, so like I have just shown you the dollar rand or dollar peso. Okay, any 15-minute correction, 30 minute to 1 hour, okay, gonna create a short term buy opportunity, that move, okay, that wave for short term. And how fast that goes, just simply follow that. All right, and if it goes for a 4-hour time frame correction, okay, so still gonna be a longer term buy opportunity now. All right, it's done. Okay, so the bearish move is done. All right, so you're looking all these corrections, okay, from lower time frame to bigger time frame, and continuation for more upside. Okay, so dollar, Hong Kong dollar is also reversing from the floor. All right, so reversing from the floor after a long time staying at that floor since May 2020. All right, and we are expecting it to just keep rising all the way back to those tops. Right. Okay, so if I'm gonna look at the US 30 to go in a bigger correction, okay, like other US indices, and then continue the trend. All right, so pull back up to that low. All right, and then continue the trend for more upside. All right, drag lower and then give us a next leg, over there. All right, so same goes with the Russell 2000, correction to get bigger and stay trending. All right, so at least up to this floor, or get slightly more bigger. All right, get slightly more bigger all the way up to that trend line. Okay, and then stay trending. Let's look at the gold. Okay, as I said last week, guys, as long as yield is rising, okay, gold set up for a longer term reversal. Yeah, as I said, yield, as long as yield keep climbing, okay, gold made its top there. Yeah, if Fed is not going to control the yield, okay, I mean yield curve control is not going to come, then gold is not going to rise. Okay, if yield curve control comes, then we may see strength on the gold. Otherwise, gold set up for a longer term reversal to the downside. All right, so if you are buying gold at current price, okay, make sure you understand that what's happening. All right, because holding golds right now gonna cost you more because rates are rising. All right, and big players, big investors are not going to hold gold. All right, because they're going to be a more cost to hold golds. All right, yeah, the higher the yield goes means that more holding cost. Okay, the lower the yield goes means that less holding gold cost. Okay, higher gold prices. All right, so when, as long as yield keeps pushing higher, right, we are expecting yield to go up to 2%. Yeah, 50 basis, 40 basis point more rise on yield. Okay, any pullback on gold gonna be a sell opportunity, any pullback on the silver gonna be a sell opportunity. All right, rather than buy. Okay, and on a 4-hour time frame, all right, so if 4-hour time frame is going to pull back, okay, which we are not anticipating right now, but if it is going to do like that, okay, like this previous one, going to be a longer term sell opportunity on the gold. So right now trend is there on gold on a lower time frame, dollar is rising, just stay trending. Okay, just stay trending, and these corrections to just keep breaking lower. All right, so all these corrections to just keep breaking lower. Okay, gold to break that correction and go more downside. Okay, go up to 1600 first. Okay, breakdown and keep dragging lower. Okay, so same goes with the silver. Silver looks like it's breaking down a weekly correction. All right, this weekly correction you are looking silver to break. All right, and go all the way up to 17, 18, or 16 areas for longer term. All right, so you're looking, silver to break down or go back up and then drop for longer term to the downside. All right, not a best opportunity right now, okay, but can form best opportunity. All right, so I think that's it. I'm gonna finish here for this week, and the cryptocurrencies are stock. Okay, so if I'm gonna look at the stock and Tesla, okay, Tesla is going in a bigger correction. Okay, so Tesla is in a weekly correction right now. So don't buy Tesla right now. Okay, Tesla is in a bigger weekly correction. Okay, and it still can drag more lower before going to continue to keep pushing more higher. Okay, reason is just simply higher yield. Okay, as long as yield is going to keep rising, high-tech stock is not going to continue its trend for more upside, guys. They have already gained a lot, now facing valuation issues. Okay, and as until we're gonna hear something from the Fed, okay, the bearish trend is going to stay there. Okay, so you're waiting for Fed to do something, maybe something on 18 March and a strong breakout to happen, and then next leg to appear over there. All right, so Ethereum is also similar shape. Okay, similar correction like I have just shown on the Bitcoin. Same way. Okay, flat formation. All right, flat formation to complete. All right, like I have just shown on the Bitcoin. Okay, I think I don't need to talk about that on lower time frames. So same way. OITA, same way. All right, so you're looking at flat formation over there. Okay, so another leg higher, and Litecoin as well, another leg higher. All right, okay, and Ripple to tag 20 cent, and then you are looking it to continue to go more higher. Okay, so let's just finish here, guys. Thank you for coming into the weekly market outlook. Okay, we'll see you back again in another weekly market outlook next week. Until then, bye bye, and have a good and profitable